Hi guys, it's Carol. How are ya? I hope you're healthy and happy and have everything you need while you're staying at home. Several of you asked for the chicken pot pie recipe, chicken pot pie soup recipe. Okay, so let's make some soup. You need a crock pot. I put a liner in it because it has cream of chicken and cream of celery soup in it, and sometimes in a crock pot they can stick on the side, so I use a liner. Okay, here's the ingredients you need. You need 2 to 3 boneless, skinless chicken breast. You need a cup of onion diced and a cup of celery diced. You need 1 potato peeled and diced. You need a can of cream of chicken soup and a can of cream of celery soup. And you need 1 cup chicken broth. I buy the 32-ounce box of chicken broth because we're going to use it for the dumplings too. And then you need poultry seasoning and black pepper and 3 cups of mixed vegetables. Okay, this is what you do. Put your chicken breast in the bottom of the crock pot. I put them in there whole, and then just later I shred them with a fork. The recipe says dice your chicken before you put it in there, so dice it if you want to. Okay, you got your chicken in there. I saute the onion and celery in a saucepan with butter until the onion is translucent. Then I dump that on top of the chicken. Then in that same saucepan, because you don't need to dirty up anymore, I put the cream of celery soup and the cream of chicken soup and 1 cup of chicken broth with a half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. And I just heat that long enough so I can get it stirred up and blended real well. You don't really need it hot, you just need it blended real well. Then you pour that in the crock pot on top of the chicken and onions and celery. Okay, you cook that. Oh, if you're putting the potato in, put your potato, the 1 potato diced and peeled, you put it in to cook with the chicken. Okay. Put that in the crock pot, cook it on high for 4 hours or low for 7 hours. Okay, when that's done, you pour in 3 cups of frozen mixed vegetables and put the lid back on the crock pot and cook it for an hour to get the vegetables good and thawed, I guess, actually cooked in there. And then it's ready to eat. You just stir it up to make sure everything's blended, put it in a bowl. And the recipe calls for you to put a biscuit on top. Okay, I make dumplings. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Now, on the mixed vegetables, traditional chicken pot pie uses the mixed vegetables with corn, green beans, and carrots. That's really good. Sometimes, if I have it, I put in a bag of stir-fry vegetables. I like the one that's got water chestnuts in it, but use whatever vegetables you really like. That's all there is to it. You just dump it in the crock pot and let it cook. Now, we like ours topped with dumplings. So what I do is I take that 32-ounce box of broth, minus the 1 cup. I put that in a saucepan. You can put a little water in there if you want to. It doesn't look like enough. And then you take Pioneer baking mix or Bisquick. And in a bowl, you mix 1 cup of milk to 3 cups of baking mix. Stir that up. It's going to be thick. And then you get that broth boiling, and you take a tablespoon and just rake it off with a knife on top of that boiling broth. It'll fill the pan up. Put the lid back on it, turn it down, and simmer it for about 8 minutes. Watch it. You don't want this to boil over. But anyway, turn it way down and let the dumpling mixture simmer in the broth for about 8 minutes. And then it's done. And then you put your soup in your bowl, put a dumpling or 2 or 3 on top. There's dinner. That's all there is to it. I will list the ingredients in the description, down there. All right, guys, I hope you like it as much as I do. I love it. I love soups. I could just live off soups or beans and cornbread. Soups really stretch your meat and vegetables out, so they're really economical. And I just love soups, even if it's hot weather when most people don't want to eat soup. I do. All right, guys, that's all I know today. If you try it, let me know if you liked it.